We had three very sad incidents over the weekend here that are potential hate crimes. A Muslim man was beaten up outside of a Florida mosque for no apparent reason. In Texas, a Muslim man, quote, a Muslim man was reportedly shot and stabbed outside a mosque in Houston on his way to morning prayer. Witnesses said the individual was approached by three masked men who stabbed him without warning. One of the individuals then pulled out a gun and shot him before fleeing the area. The individual, a doctor, is expected to survive despite being shot twice. Thank goodness he's expected to survive. And then you also have this. Quote, the United Arab Emirates asked its citizens not to wear traditional clothes when traveling abroad after a UAE businessman was forced to the ground and detained as a member of ISIS in Ohio. So a guy wearing traditional, UAE garb walks into a hotel. By the way, he's moving because because something with the Republican convention where he was forced to move hotels because the whole hotel was booked for the Republican convention or whatever. So he goes to this hotel, and he takes out his phone. He's talking to somebody on his phone. The woman who works behind the counter at the hotel tells the other woman who's working with her, call the cops. I think he's pledging allegiance to ISIS based on nothing. See, the guy's just talking on the phone. Who knows? Maybe he was talking in a different language, whatever. So this woman calls the cops and says, there's a man here who's pledging allegiance to ISIS or something on the phone. She said, or something. Pledging allegiance to ISIS or whatever, or something. Just come on, darling, help us out. We think this guy's going to be a terrorist. So the cops show up, immediately have their guns drawn, tackle this guy, put a knee in his back. They arrest him. He has a panic attack, by the way, at one point, and falls to the ground. They need to take him to get medical care. Come to find out, he's a UAE businessman who's here because he needs medical care. He's getting health care here. Some specific thing that is done best in the U.S., especially when you have a lot of money. And by the way, that's another thing. He's rich, which is why this is a big story now. If he wasn't rich, it was just people would just treat another incident in America. Well, we suspected a Muslim terrorist. What are you going to do? It's fine. There's no problem here. The guy is powerful. So then the police department had to issue an apology to the UAE. The UAE was like, don't wear your traditional garb in America because of the current environment. So, look, man, the conclusion from this is very simple and very straightforward, okay? Don't blame all Arabs, all Middle Easterners, all Muslims for the actions of terrorists. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. A random guy walking into a hotel asking for a room and just doing a phone call. Not that hard. That's not suspicious. If you actually see something suspicious that's different, then yeah, you call the cops, of course. But don't be stupid. It's suspicious by definition because it's somebody who's Muslim or it's because somebody who looks like they're Middle Eastern. So just don't do it. So stop with the hate crime. Stop with the anti-Muslim bigotry. It's not that hard. We all get that there's a problem, a fundamentalist strain in Islam and terrorist groups that are religiously brainwashed. Of course, we all get that. But the logical response is not every Muslim is guilty by definition and they're all bad. That's not the logical response.